What is up, everyone? It is the Alpha J of the Alpha J Show, and let's start off with the best of 2017. I just have one rule, one series per the main entries on the list. You will see some repeat series on the honorable mentions, but essentially, each entry on the list is a different series. So let's get into it. Number 10.
I think the government should do everything it can to make sure its people are well cared for.
What are you searching with that long inference? You are out of your mind, Cyborg!
Thanksgiving, Teen Titans Go. Now I want to start off this list with Teen Titans Go's holiday Thanksgiving episode. I know a lot of people are very tense to the idea of Teen Titans Go having a spot on this list, and I gotta say, I don't watch other people's lists to try to mold what people may expect, and this episode is probably one of the very few episodes in season 4 that is not only good but rewatchable. I love the political jab, and I felt like the comedy, while still in that Teen Titans Go rut, overcame and essentially turned into a very enjoyable episode. I felt like the references and the jabs were on point, and the other Titans aside from Robin were not too annoying with being the opposition to Robin's Thanksgiving blindness. Overall, you should check it out with an open mind and give it a fair shot, because you'll most likely get what I got out of it, which was a great episode, worthy of being on a list like this. Number 9. BLISSTERSWEET Symphony, Powerpuff Girls. Oh snap, 2 reboot episodes on the list. I'm just begging for the comments down below, aren't I? Well, this is the last part of the Bliss special, and upon watching it, not a big fan of the reboot, I found myself enjoying this last part, and thinking that the big fight at the end can stand up with the best that any other cartoon can offer. I love the twist of him being me, the elephant, and out of all of the episodes in this 5-parter, this is the best. Although Bliss wasn't met with the most favorable reception, I enjoyed her role in this particular episode. I love the small ways they fought back with him, and even the music was very impressive. Although the ending had something that logically didn't make a lot of sense, I could overlook that and enjoy what is actually a very good episode. Overall, this episode is one of the better ones to come out of the reboot in 2017, and you guys should check it out. Number 8.
Fans, they don't want to hear about my process. All they care about is...
Everybody likes Rad. OKKO, let's be heroes. This episode of OKKO blew me away. It's not talked about a lot, and I'm not sure why. I guess it's probably pushed aside for the other episodes, such as the last episode or TKO, but this episode deals with the stereotypic perception of minorities within the media, and makes it not only understandable to a younger audience, not just enjoyable, not just very comedic, but also very touching. I thought Rad in this episode was at his best, because not only was he exposed to the harsh realities of the film industry, he also kept his personality of not going out of his way to look bad in his eyes, and the entire episode is just so great. I knew upon first watching that this was going to be on the list. Overall, this episode of OKKO is one of my favorites, and I really enjoy that they went into topics like this, where even if you took out the stereotype undertones, it's still a very great episode that you guys should check out. Number 7.
What do you want?
Thanks, guys. I think we taught those 2 big stinkers a lesson.
No, thank you for bringing them here. You totally made my Halloween. I've never been happier.
Trust me, she's happy.
A tie between The Legends of Bikini Bottom by SpongeBob and Tricked, the Loud House. Spoiler alert, for both lists I will have a tie, although this one is for the Halloween episodes that Nickelodeon put out this year. The Legends of Bikini Bottom was a great addition to the line of holiday episodes, complementing the other holiday episode that took a deviation from their 2D animation. Besides the effort they put into their animation, the episode was a great story that honestly I would say is up there with Scaredy Pants. Trick was a great episode of The Loud House. The Halloween special had a great story that had all of their characters at their best. The characters that you would expect to be either annoying or cliche were actually either really funny or really engaging. The 2 plots that were going on, while not the most mind-blowing, worked and proved to be not only enjoyable, but episodes I would love to go back to again. Check both of these episodes out. Number 6.
Well, what'd you find out?
Whoa, what are you gonna do, kill me?
No, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill myself. All those memories just erased. Sitting in this room collecting dust. What's the point of going on if most of everything that happens just ends up sitting in here?
Morty's Mind Blowers, Rick and Morty. This is one of my favorite episodes from season 3, and boy was it hard to pick. For me, the idea of time and memory put this episode ahead of other episodes that I found really remarkable in this latest season of Rick and Morty. I thought if you were going to do a loosely based clip show, like the uploads from Gumball, or unlike TV Night from Teen Titans Go, the memories here were actually impactful emotionally. I truly felt like both of the characters were going to end their life, and after seeing how horrible these memories are, it's just one of the best scenes in the episode. I loved every single moment of this, and besides Total Recall and another episode down the line that I want to talk about, I think these three are the best that Rick and Morty has to offer for me. Overall, this episode is amazing and full of great moments, a creative story, and a twist ending. Number 5.
I'm not upset about what happened on Homeworld, although, yeah, a lot of that was really messed up, but my relationship with Connie is even more messed up. I left her behind to go to Homeworld after promising we'd face everything together. I'm sure I really hurt her.
GEMCATION, Steven Universe. I'm not gonna sit here and proclaim to be a perfect, unbiased critical machine. I do have my biases and I don't hide them. I just don't let them hinder me or what I talk about. To anyone who watches me, they know that for some odd reason, love is a very big thing on my channel. But to even up the ante, love portrayed in a modern sense really gets to me. And this episode of Steven Universe is just so amazing. I loved all the micro details that the writers and animators put into this episode. And Steven feels just so real. I feel like I can meet someone who acts exactly like this, and that's what makes this episode timeless to me. Sure, it doesn't have the action that other episodes around them may have, but the performance of Steven was by far the best, at least for me, this year. And overall, you should check out this episode and see for yourself. Number 4.
Hey, so would you like to go out somewhere sometime and do something? Or we could go somewhere else sometime and do some other thing.
They both sound great.
The Matchmaker, The Amazing World of Gumball. I would be remiss to not put The Matchmaker of Gumball on this list for exactly the reason below. The reason why this episode is higher is because as a fan of the show, the writers reward you for answering a question that has been lingering for years and seasons of the show. The beginning song is still talked about in my comment section to this day. I love all of the jokes that go into this episode, and I feel as though the ending really did pay off. I did talk about this episode, so I don't want to go on for too long. If you haven't checked out this episode, please do. You are missing out if you haven't seen it yet, and trust me, whether you are or not a fan of Gumball, this episode is one for you. Number 3.
Donald Duck.
Uncle Scrooge.
Uncle Scrooge?
Woo, DUCKTALES. Recommended tons of times on my Twitter, my request page, my comments on other videos, and on the community tab. The pilot for DUCKTALES had to be on my list. I also reviewed this episode, so I won't go on for too long. The episode had a great cinematic feel, and the designs of the characters, as well as the masterful control of tension and release, really sets this apart from other reboots this year. A lot of people praise the reboot for being a great modern cartoon in its own right, but also very grateful to the franchise it came from. I love the pilot, and I feel as though this is the best way, or one of the best ways, to start an adventure/comedy show in our decade so far. If you haven't checked it out, maybe you think it's too long, trust me, it's a great pilot from a great show. Number 2. Samurai Jack. I could not resist putting the finale of Samurai Jack on this list. When we talk about the best animated episodes of 2017, not putting Samurai Jack on this list is just a bad move in my opinion. The 5th season took the concept of being an animated show in 2017 and just flipped it on its face. While having animation rivaling movies, a great example of tension and release, and the ongoing battle between Aku and Jack, the entire episode was really well done. I loved how the entire town came to rescue Jack. I loved the final execution of Aku, and the ending still has me in chills, as well as the rest of the community, as the 5th season as a whole will just go down as a significant moment in animation in terms of this decade. Overall, I wouldn't just check out the finale, but check out the entire 5th season, or the show overall. Now here are some honorable mentions slash picks from the community that I decided to put on this video.
Good morning, Gary.
Hey, buddy!
Karate chop!
I went to college! I said eat your patties!
I can't do it! I'm a freak! A freak!
My favorite episode was the one where you entered that talent contest at the Intertemporal Zoo, and all the judges turned out
2 hours later.
time for Dr. Zone. And that's the theme song.
I like these ideas.
Copying is clearly theft. It's gonna lead to your arrest. Be your own you. And when you stop being such a dirty hack, get in your stupid car and don't come back. Get in your stupid car and don't come back. Dagnabbit! We'll never get rid of them!
Huh?
You dogged up!
How did you get out? Hey!
All right, I'm going to open the wellspring. Stand clear. That stuff supposed to be all black and goopy like that? No, it's not!
Something special that only she can have?
Yeah, like that song you wrote for Tara.
Oh, yeah! I hears you! I hears you! This is for you, Mama. You can't fade away. The way I feel for you to rain. Oh!
Please do the excusing of us. You must never play the song of another female.
And the best episode of 2017 goes to...
Oh, this can't work, Pops. The minute you let me go, I'm gonna blast you into nothing.
I know, so I'm not going to let go.
What? Ah! No! You'll kill us both, you fool!
Don't worry, Mordecai and Rigby. I know you're sad, but I promise this is a happy ending. Take care of each other. Goodbye.
My God, all those one-star reviews. I wish I could take it all back.
You can try. You and I together, brother.
The Power, Regular Show. The final episode of Regular Show serves as not only a great ending to a fantastic show that was a great kickstart in the modern renaissance of Cartoon Network in this decade going forward, it also served as a monument torn down in secret, which released animosity towards the network, which goes on to this day. The Regular Show finale and how it was treated got a lot of people who originally were not into how the network works in terms of schedules and release dates into that and into the show, and that kind of impact doesn't happen very often in a society that forgets about whatever thing happened in about a week. This finale was really good on its own, however, and I think anyone to this day at least gets a little choked up when Pop sacrifices himself. The ending always gets to me, and I have to say, I'm surprised I haven't reviewed this sooner. It's super good, and the best episode, I think, in terms of animation, story, impact on the network, impact on the fans, impact on the community, and the best example of animation in 2017. What would you have put on this list? Let me know in the comments down below. I tried to read all of them. The worst is obviously going to come out right after this video. And also be prepared, because I'm also going to put out a best of what I reviewed and a worst of what I reviewed of 2017. That's going to be a separate list that'll come out probably the week after this comes out. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Follow me at the ALPHAJ Show, and if you have any requests that's not in the pinned comment of my request video, please make sure to put a request there. If you really like this video, I have a playlist of reviews from the community of people essentially talking about these episodes a lot more in depth, including some of my own. So if you want to check that out, that'd be pretty cool to support them. Make sure to subscribe and feel free to consider my Patreon. As always, I hope your time is well spent, and Alpha out.